Hello everyone and welcome to Frick Programming. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to use methods within Java. Now, methods allow you to really make your code more modular and more reusable later down the line. So I'm just going to jump right into it and show you guys how to use methods. So we have our project, so I'm just going to add a new class. Just call it method learning. And give it a main. So we have our main class, and if you know anything about this, the main will run the rest of your program. So I can write set hello there, and if I save this and run it, see down at the bottom, it prints out hello there. So the main will run your entire code. So methods allow you to make code modular. They allow you to return things. They allow you to call things that aren't within your main method. Now there are a couple different things about methods, but today we're just going to go over some basic stuff. So the method structure, you have your modifier. So you have public, private, or protected. Now, public means if you're in another Java class file or another .java file, you can call into this one and it is usable. Private means it's only usable within this file, and protected means it's only usable within this project or package. I'll get more in detail into that later down the line, but today we're just going to use the public one. Since we are in a static class, which means this is where everything is going to be run, we do have to include the static. And then you have the return type. Since we're going to be returning a basic number, we're just going to be returning an integer. So this is an integer. You could make this a double or any other primitive type. Or you can make this a class structure. This could be really any return type that you want it to be, but today we're just going to go with int. As you can see, the main method has the void type, which means it doesn't return anything. It doesn't need a return statement to function completely. And then you have the name of the class. I'm going to name this add, and I'm going to take in two integers, which are called our parameters. And the parameters are really anything that you want to send into the method. If you don't want to send anything into the method, then you don't need to have parameters. If you want to send a lot of things into the method, then you'll need to have parameters for those. And the parameters are basically just primitive types, or really any type of variable that you're going to be sending into it. You can send in a class, you can send in the generic class, or you can send in any of the primitive types. So you have a lot of customizability with this. Now, since we're really making a basic method, I don't really want to go too in-depth on classes, generics, and everything along those lines currently. We're just going to be doing a basic method here. Now, as you see, I do get an error in this method. Now, it says that this method must return a result of type int, and that's because I have int right here, which means it's going to be needing a type int to be looking at. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have to use the keyword return, and since this is an add method, I do want to return first plus second. And everything works okay. The error went away. Now, to call this method, I would just have to do add to 2. That would get a result of 4, but we're not going to see anything because I'm not printing it out to the screen. So we don't see anything because I'm not printing it out. So I can save this into another integer. So x equals add. And then I can just print out x. And we'll get 4. I could keep doing this forever, or I could just print out the method itself of 4 and 3. That should get us 7. I can just call the method itself. without having to put it within another variable. Now, this is a basic thing that any programmer should know, the use of methods, or really the use of modular code. The use of modular code allows me to then use this add method somewhere else if I ever want to reuse my code. I can actually pull it out of this class, put it into another class, and reuse it. It's not something that I have to reprogram every single time. And anytime that you're really programming big projects, you want to take any code that you repeat over and over and over again and put it into its own method, because if you're calling it over and over and over again, you're going to probably call it over and over and over again later down the line, and you're going to want to make it so that you're calling a method instead of doing the same code over and over and over again within one method itself. You want to do things that are repeated in different methods. Well, that's really all that I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.